We got a question that I really want to kick this off with from a man named C-Deuce in regarding to Superman. He says, would love to hear a guys' take on Superman invulnerability. I grew up in the animated Justice League show and the Superman get bruised a lot, and I think the Superman will have something similar. I think it helps sells a fight if he gets hurt, but I know haters are going to have a field day. Coy. I know you've gotten off the internet to avoid stuff, and I'm here
to bring it back.
To bring back.
Hey, all that negativity, I'm going to tell you about it.
I just got so curious because the trailer was phenomenal to me. And when it was done, I'm like, this has to like answer all concerns, or at least most, right? And so I went looking. You know how when people
I went looking. Let me stop you right there. Maybe that's the problem.
That is the problem for sure. I know. I'm contributing, but sometimes there's a common negative thing that comes up, and my mind will go, oh, it's just so logical of an answer. I got to provide a logical answer to this.
Oh, that's fair. I've had that moment.
Yeah, I want to do it because here's the main thing that I saw coming up. You know, when people are being positive, I'm sure we got it on like the Ironheart trailer, is when we're being positive, people are like, look at them coping. I think for the haters for this, there's cope. Like, I've been already hating. I gotta find the thing. Here's the new thing I saw so much. Why in every trailer is Superman getting beat up so much? Why is he constantly getting beat up? This was one of our top questions, so I find that really interesting. And so when I read, and this is, of course, coming from people who are like, bring back Cavill, bring back Cavill. So when I'm reading this from those guys, my mind immediately went to Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. The big Man of Steel fight in Smallville, it's like they forgot. Superman's getting his ass handed to him for so much of the fight.
For 10 years on Smallville.
Yeah, the 10 years of Smallville. But let's focus just on Cavill.
Man of Steel at Smallville.
That Smallville fight is one of my all-time favorite superhero fights. If I were to rank like superhero fights, I'm not sure where I would put it, but it would definitely be on the list.
Okay.
So this is by no means a shade to that. It's that if you're going to use like the bring back Cavill because looks like Corn Sweat's the one who's constantly getting his ass kicked. Like, did you forget? He got his ass kicked so much in that movie. Zod learned his power set like 20 minutes before he fights Cavill in the big finale, where he's putting up a pretty equal fight for a large chunk of it, while Clark has been able to adapt and use these powers his entire life on Earth. Let's not forget, Batman v Superman, Batman beat him. A human being beat the guy.
Yeah.
He fights Doomsday with the help of Wonder Woman and Batman and dies. So what is the point of this thing that you're saying here? It's like, because they'll come in with their reasons, like, well, you know, Superman wasn't like a trained military man, the way how Zod and his crew were. I'm sure
he just landed on the planet, though.
I'm sure there's all these things that people will say, and I'm like, well, why don't you apply some of that defense towards, look at the people he's fighting in this trailer then, when this is like his first or second year as Superman. I'm sure there's things to it. And don't you want stakes? What is this like hyper masculinity power thing that they want? It's like they want him to be like, Lois, get over here. You know, that's kind of the vibe I get.
I think there's some like wish fulfillment a lot of people have with Superman, and not in a healthy way. I think what Superman's wish fulfillment when you're doing well mentally is about wanting to be better and kinder and treat people good. And if you had all this power, you would make the world a better place. I think when you're not well, the wish fulfillment becomes, I'm stoic, I need nothing, take care of me, I am better than you, I am without emotion or defeat. And I think that Stoicism is a beautiful concept, and I think there are lessons to be taken from Stoicism, but I think much like any philosophy, when you misread it, you become a dumber person. Philosophy doesn't grow the mind by default. So I think that like Stoicism has become one of those things that people like misinterpret, and I think they want something like an Ubermensch, which is the what Superman started like very, very beginning before he was in Action Comics. There was a Superman concept of him like as an ubermensch, all-powerful, bald dictator kind of character.
Really?
And I think that is something that people want, and they don't realize that's what they're kind of like edgelording to.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're doing something in the genre of comic books, there's fighting. And if the fighting doesn't have both people being hurt, what are you watching?
Yeah.
And so like when Superman is, he gets killed by Doomsday in both the movies and the comics. In the comics, he's like bruised, broken, swollen, dying. And like, it's not like he's suddenly fighting and he's pristine and then he dies. Like he experiences trauma physically. So it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't have any sort of physical ailment. Like he is, invulnerable in many ways, but that doesn't mean that if he's fighting another Kryptonian, wouldn't that be like human fighting human? Wouldn't him fighting a kaiju? That's like, it's an odd thing. So I hadn't seen it because, the internet, but it's an odd thing to attach to, and I think you're right. There is an element of like, must find I'm happy, but no, fighting too much. He got hurt.
He get hurt too much.
There was super Band-Aids.
But that's what I love is when he gets back up.
That's the point. Like it's
him,
the human being lifting him up, man.
Him
That's
being
beautiful.
like, hey, after he's like bruised and covered in dirt, eyes up here.
Yeah.
That's what makes it inspiring, is because there is vulnerability here. That it's a guy who can get hurt, and because he can get hurt, that means there's stakes. That's why I love the Man of Steel fight. That's why I think those fights are cool, because Henry Cavill is getting his ass handed to him for so much of it. So that way, when he starts to actually win, it's a rewarding moment. And here's the other thing too. I've also seen the inverse of. There's a lot of people who are now also on the hype train.
Can we talk about that side?
I would love to. That is the side I want to talk about. It's, oh my God, hey, there's a spider right here.
Hanging. It's attached to your.
It's on the web.
But it's attached to your thermos. It's like literally because it. See.
Proceed carefully. This is your origin story.
Oh, this is how it happens.
This is your superhero origin story.
My uncle did die a few months ago.
From a spider? Or just unrelated? Oh, I see. Your Uncle Ben. I was so confused by that, why you brought that up, until I realized your Aunt May is raising you all alone. I think it's because it was just Mother's Day and I saw your mom. I didn't connect the orphan angle of having an Uncle Ben.
Well, look, I'm not going to kill this spider because I feel weird if I do that. So I'm just going to let it hide there for a little bit.
This is now the spider's origin story.
I will take it outside later.
And be able to take care of Impact Collaborative Spider Nest.
Yeah, and then I'll make sure to give this to the head of Impact Collaborative tomorrow. I'm like, oh, you need a refill?
I got you. Nice.
Oh, we can use this mug right here.
Unrelated. I would love to talk about that side, because I do think what we wanted to do starting with this show had been shining a positive light on things.
Yeah,
and
please.
then I think we had a lot of negativity in enough episodes because of the sheer volume of it that it bled into the goals, right? Like I saw enough comments of people being like, oh, they just crap on Marvel now. But I think there is some media literacy conversation to be had around when we're concerned about something, we still want to be able to express it. But I think we made it very clear how excited we still are.
Yeah.
So like when there is negativity, I also want this show to represent like our real feelings. Like it's real rejects, not hyper positive for no reason rejects.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me though,
I think a lot of
the
time
goal is positivity.
I think a lot of time when we are talking about negativity stuff, a lot of times it's in defense.
Right. It's in
of
conversation of not saying that's how we feel.
Yeah. And then if sometimes we are addressing something where we are concerned about, but I like to think that the people who really trust in us know that we will want to walk out positive. No matter
I agree.
we
have Mission Impossible.
Yeah, that is our hope.
So for me, the Superman trailer was really cool. Seeing, a few things about people like, I wasn't sure before, but now I'm in. Or like, I saw my favorite one was like, I got to apologize to all the people that have been excited about this. Like just a broad sweeping, like, oh, I get what they saw now. That made me happy. I haven't been reading too much, but I do think there's a shift in tone from conversation. I had more people texting me about this trailer than the first one.
Well, I decided to go on the channels that normally thrive off like the hate, and it was cool to go to the comment boxes of those, and see like honestly, this actually worked for me. It's like, oh, you can't keep up with deleting these. Guys, look at the positivity that's like coming in
it's
here,
leaking out.
Oh man, you just can't keep up with it. So I was really happy about that, because that's the whole point of Superman. It's like watching this reflection occur. There's an art in trailers. I think the art of trailers is often overlooked. And I think from the event that we went to at WB, I loved hearing how James Gunn is very actively involved in the marketing for this. Like he's very particular about what should be shown and when. and you could see the evolution from the short little clips that they show, like the 10 to 15 second teasers that are going to tease a new thing coming out. And then watching as these trailers, I think it's very specific that they had that first trailer, which is barely any dialogue. Then you have the expanded first look. And now you have this one. And so much of how it's going is struggle.
Yeah.
And get back up, connection to humanity. It's like you're watching the evolution and the arc of that. It's almost like the biggest hint to what the overall
film will feel like.
Yeah, by watching the 3 trailers. It still don't feel like it's actually spoiling. We don't know what the direct plot of the movie is.
No, and I love that. I love that we've mainly seen stuff that was in those leaked set photos. Like with all those photos they filmed outside, James Gunn is like, we knew these things would get out. And I love that the trailers have all been like, the stuff we filmed outside. Like it feels like he's cutting to outdoor filming versus indoor. Because we still haven't seen a lot of Lex.
No.
We still haven't, the set pieces we've seen are largely the ones that are outdoors, and that adds to the scope and the brightness. But we don't know what Lex's plot is. We don't know what the deal with the green glowing versus purple. Like obviously it's probably Guy Gardner fighting the purple beam, but we don't actually know what the purple beam is that Guy Gardner's even fighting outside. Like I love that the shape of the film is still a mystery.
Do you see the new look that came out today, I think, baby, on Entertainment Weekly with Superman and Lex?
No.
I'm going to show you, and I would love to get your thoughts.
Let me know.
So here, you can just
I'm going to open it.
Open it. Yeah, just open it, and then
right.
look. It'll be right there.
And, oh, that's cool. Okay, so we get like Superman, trying to get Lex to stop doing whatever he's doing. Like there's visual intimidation and a very cheeky, happy Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, not having it, not being intimidated whatsoever. And that's Lex. He's so arrogant that even a man that he knows is a god has no impact whatsoever.
That's my favorite part about it is like Superman is literally
so physically imposing
stature over him, god power. I've been watching this,
and he's like drinking his tea.
I've been watching the Superman animated series from the 90s again because I don't remember jack about it.
Sure,
it is a genuinely. Have you seen that show, John? Have you actually seen it?
Like scattered episodes when I was a kid.
Oh my God, it's actually a great show. I think it's kind of overlooked because Batman
was so big.
Yeah, but this to me, I'm like, I forgot like how incredible that Lex is, and so much more of what we've been seeing from Nicholas Hoult, and even this image is reminding me more of the Superman animated series Lex Luthor, kind of by a lot. I think it's a great look. There's so much going on in the background.
I was trying to zoom in. I was like, I see it looks like Tessmacher in one of the shots, and it looks like him with like a president or something, but I can't quite.
Yeah, he's got a Luthor core mug right there,
and he's just like hee. I mean, I'm stoked, man. I think this trailer really moved me. I don't watch trailers again often. I've watched it 3 or 4 times, and I've had more people texting me about it, and it feels like it's a big conversation piece, which is really exciting when people like outside of us reach out to each other. That always feels like, oh, this is actually causing an effect. Like this is a conversation that's being had around the world.
I think Superman will change the game. The word game changer, it kind of gets thrown around a lot. So does the word peak. Very not a big fan of that word. Peak.
Best since Endgame.
Everything's peak. Everything's peak.
Best since Endgame is the expression. Yes.
Best since Endgame. There's a couple of expressions I'm tired of. I would apply this though. I think this will be a genuine game changer. I think July is going to change the industry in a very positive swing. I think everything's going to change come July.